In today's session, we will look into a few problems on Mason's gain formula. That is, finding the transfer function if the signal flow graph is given to you. Already in the previous session, we have discussed few block diagram reduction problems. Some 5 to 6 problems I have solved. Still, you require more practice. So I'm repeating again. Do practice a lot of problems on block diagrams. Take the question papers, check any questions are there on the block diagram reduction, take them, find out the answer, and for verification you can have a cross checking with each other, or even you can send it to me. If you are not getting any question, I will definitely solve it. Okay, maybe I may take some time, but ultimately I will definitely try to solve and give it to you back. But please practice the problems, it is very important. So in today's session, we will see some of the Mason's gain formula based problems. Finding the transfer function of the given system if the signal flow graph is given to you. So look at the first question. We need to find the transfer function, that is output by input. See, you have to find the transfer function for the signal flow graph. But what is the given thing to you? The given is block diagram. So we have already seen a procedure in the previous sessions. I have taken this, how to convert a given block diagram into signal flow graph. Is it necessary to just share that? Yeah. Procedure for converting the block diagram into signal flow graph. We have to apply this first, get the signal flow graph, then apply the Mason's gain formula. So what is the first step? We have to assume the number of nodes. So where all we need to consider the nodes? The first step, inputs, outputs, any variables you have, every summing point, then every takeoff point, and even if you have in between the cascaded blocks, if you get some variables, even them. So for each of these values, the variables, you have to take the nodes. So that is the first step. Then for the remaining procedure, it will follow. So very first step is you have to get the number of nodes for the given block diagram. So this is the block diagram. It would be very much easier for you if you number the nodes in the block diagram, because in the second step, when you go for branch connection and all, it will make your work much easier and you won't get any confusions. You won't do any mistake. The probability is very less. That's why in the given block diagram, first you identify where all the nodes you need to take and give them some number. It will make your further work easy. See, you have the variables R and C, and we know that always extreme left is your input, extreme right is your output. Okay, now even you have to take the nodes at summing point. Here also two summing points you have. Then you have two takeoff points, 1 and 2. Any other nodes? No. So where all I have encircled or made a dot, you have to take the nodes there. So before solving further, just mark the numbers. It will make your work easier. 1, 2, 3. With a different color, I have marked them. 1 to 6. So how many nodes totally in total in the block diagram? So totally we have to consider the nodes, summing points, takeoff points, input, output, and if you have any other intermediate variables, then there also you have to take them. So totally 6 nodes you should point. So start. Let me draw it here, then I will show you that. So the numbering indicates number of nodes. Let me take 6 nodes are there. You can even take say x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6. Whatever you feel it easy, you take. 6 nodes are there. Now, starting from the extreme left, moving towards the right, check the forward path. Okay. In the forward path, let us see how the different nodes are connected. We can use the different branches. Between 1 and 2, you have a connection. So take one branch. You don't have any gain value specified. So give the arrow mark and specify as the gain or the transmittance is 1. Now between 2 to 3 again you have a connection. Take a line, arrow mark, nothing is mentioned, it is 1. Between 3 to 4 you have a gain value G1. So between 3 to 4 draw a branch, specify the gain value G1. Between 4 to 5 you have G2. Between 5 to 6 there is a connection, so draw a branch. However, there is nothing mentioned here, the gain, so take it as 1. So this is about the forward path. Now the remaining paths, you can have some feedback loops are also there. There are 2 feedback loops, I guess. No, there is only one. There is one more forward path and one feedback loop. You can see from this line, this is your one more forward path. You can see how the forward path looks like. Starting from this, like this is one more forward path. So main jo forward path hai, this 1 to 6, this is 1, and there is one more, we call this generally in general terms field forward path. You know, other than the main forward path, one more forward path, that is called field forward path. So let us go for that. How the connection is between third node and fifth node. So take between 3 to 5, the direction is forward. Take the direction, you have a gain G3. However, look at this sign, you have a negative sign, put a negative sign before G3. It is very important, don't neglect the signs. Now coming to this H block, feedback, it is between 4 and 2. So take the branch between 4 and 2, check the direction, it is in this way. There's nothing mentioned, it is feedback, so obviously negative hi hoga. Let me see. It is negative only. So just take one more here in the question. This is negative. Okay, I have forgotten. So this is a negative feedback. It is minus. So hence you have to take minus H. So all the paths are there. From R to C, there is one forward path and one another forward path and a feedback path. So we have drawn all together. So finally, this is your signal flow graph. Hope you understood this. Once the signal flow graph is drawn, now the next step is we need to go for Mason's gain formula. To find the transfer function using Mason's gain formula, let me quickly show you the steps so that you know when we start solving, it will become easy for you to follow. We have already seen 1 or 2 examples on Mason's gain formula. Okay, these are the steps to be followed to find the transfer function using Mason's gain formula. First step is we have to find the number of forward paths. So P1, P2, P3 like that. And jitne forward paths rahenge, utne delta K value rahenge. Delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. Then second step has got 3 sub-steps. 1, 2 and 3. The first step is we need to find all the single loops, that is individual loops, what you call. Say individual loops are P11, P12, P13 and so on. Then second step, in the second step itself, the one more substep is there, that is you need to find 2 non-touching loops. Say P21, 22 like that. This one subscript indicates single loop, this 2 subscript indicates 2 non-touching loops. And the third step, in the second step itself, the third substep, you need to go for 3 non-touching loops, and you know this will continue and so on. Then the third step is calculate the value of delta. Delta is equal to 1 minus, there are alternative plus minus signs. You have to take the sum of the gain values of the single loops, which you have calculated here. Okay, in the second step, the first sub step is single loops, that you have to substitute sum of the two non-touching loops, second sub step, then sum of three non-touching loops. Like that, it will continue. Then going for the fourth step, you need to calculate delta k. So how many number of delta values will come here? The number of forward paths, जितने forward paths available हैं आपके पास, उतने आपको delta k values find करने पड़ेंगे. And for delta 1, formula is 1 minus sum of single loops, that is individual loops, gain के values आपको sum करने पड़ेंगे, which are not touching the forward path 1. Delta 1, forward path 1. If I want a delta 2, it will become forward path 2. If it is delta 3, it will become forward path 3, and so on. And this is also alternate plus minus. This is, sorry, it is minus. Then this is your single loops. This is your two non-touching loops. Then three non-touching loops. It will continue. Finally, you need to calculate the transfer function by this formula, Mason's gain formula, summation pk and delta k. Pk is the number of forward paths. Jitne forward paths honge, utne delta k honge. Then you have delta. So these are the steps to be followed. So this will make our work easier when we start solving the problem. Now coming to the steps. So this is our signal flow graph. Let us go to the first step. To find the transfer function using Mason's gain formula. So I have written the formula here. First step is you need to identify the number of forward paths. Check how many number of forward paths are available here. When I'm explaining to you, even you also try to do this. Okay, it will make your practice. You'll be perfect with this. You will get some mistakes. You do some mistakes and you learn. So better try along with me. How many forward paths are available from say node 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So this is one forward path, 1 to 6, starting from 1 ending up to 6. So this is one forward path available. Is there any other forward path? Check. Forward path, I hope you remember all those terminologies which we have discussed in signal flow graph. Node, branch, input, that is source, sink node, then branch, loop, then forward again. Hope you remember all non-touching loops. We have defined those and we have even seen what are the examples. So in that, what are the forward paths? It should start at 1 and finish at the output, and nodes should not be repeated. That is what we call it a forward path. You can see the second forward path available. Can anybody tell me what may be the second forward? So you can observe, other than this yellow color line, I have marked one more red color line. It is indicating one more, the field forward path. Other than the main path, one more forward path, that is 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 6. Always mention the paths. They should start from the input, end at the output. If you are using the numberings 1, 2, 3, 4, differentiate the numbers by means of hyphen in between. It will make to differentiate. These are not the numbers, these are the nodes. Or if you are using x1, x2, x3, just use the hyphens like this: x1, x2, x3. So this indicates a forward path and the nodes. So there are two forward paths. Any other forward path available? In the figure I have marked, one is with the yellow line, the other one is red line. So two forward paths I have drawn. Is there any other forward path available? Try. One more loop you can find. तो वहां पे अगर आप ऑब्जर्व करोगे तो is it possible one more forward path? Start from 1 to 2, 2 से again 3, 4. This direction is reversed. ये loop है. So one more forward path is not possible. So only two forward paths. So that is your first step. Find the number of forward paths, that is a P1 and P2. Always when we are talking about Mason's gain formula, we talk in terms of gains. So when I'm telling the forward path P1 as yellow color line 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, I should mention this path in terms of gains. What are the gain values for this 1 to 6 line? Yellow color 1. Let me take yellow color. It will match with your forward path. So this is 1, 1 into 1 into G1 into G2 into 1. So I have mentioned that here 1 into 1 into G1 into G2 into 1. So your forward path P1 is given by G1 into G2. Now coming to the red color line, the second, that is field forward path. See, you have starting from the first node 1, 1, 1 into 1 into minus G3 into 1. So 4 gains are there, 1, 1 minus G3 into 1. So overall multiplied value is minus G3. So for 2 forward paths, 2 gain values I have marked. This is your first step. Second step, in second step has got 3 sub-steps. One is finding the or identifying the number of single loops, individual loops. Now tell me how many individual loops are there here? Just by looking at the figure, यहाँ पर एक कुछ दिख रहा है, यहाँ पर एक कुछ दिख रहा है. Okay, so whether 2 single loops are available, check the directions. If I take this first from a node 2, only one. Okay, good. So there is only one single loop available starting from node 2, 2 and 4. Yes, starting from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 2 back. So how you are writing the individual loop? Say P11. Okay, one first subscript indicates the loop, single loop. It is starting from 2, take a hyphen, 3, take a hyphen, 4, take a hyphen 2. So loop, when you tell any path as a loop, it should start and end at the same point. So you should mention it like this. If you're telling me a loop 3, 4, it is wrong. No doubt you're telling me, I understood that you're talking about this yellow loop. But proper way is you should start and end at the same nodes. Then it is a loop. And is there any other loop here? You can see from starting from 3 to 5. No, because direction is reversed. Then can I use like this? Starting from 3, coming to 5 and back. No, again you have directions different. So only one single loop is there in the given signal flow graph. That too, this one. Okay. So again, everything we should talk in terms of gains. So what is the gain for this? P11 is equal to 1 into G1 into minus H1. So multiply all the three. 1 into G1 into minus H. So totally it is a minus G into H. Now coming to 2 non-touching loops, 3 non-touching loops, and so on. There is no question of 2 non-touching loops and so on, because existing सिर्फ एक ही loop है आपके पास. So there is no question of 2 non-touching loops. So that's why directly I have substituted 0 and I have not taken further 3, 4, 5. So just stop it here itself. Now coming to the third step. Second step, 3 steps are over. Then coming to the third step, you have to calculate the delta. So what is delta? Delta is equal to 1 minus plus alternative signs. So the formula is 1 minus, you have to find sum of gains of individual loops. कितने आपके पास single loops हैं? You have only one. That too it is minus G1 into H. So sum का सवाल ही नहीं है, वो एक ही है आपके पास. So directly take that as minus G1 into H. 1 minus sum of gains of single loops, then alternative minus plus. Next is sum of gains of 2 non-touching loops, वो तो 0 है. Then alternative plus minus, then sum of 3 non-touching loops, again it is 0. So like that, if you continue this further, all the values are 0. That's why you will get only first 2 terms, 1 minus of minus G1H. So if you just take this bracket, minus into minus, it will become plus. So 1 plus G1 into H. So I have found delta also. So one more step is remaining, that is delta K. We should find delta K. How many delta K's will come? The number of forward paths. Check. कितने हैं आपके पास? There are 2. So hence you should find delta 1 and delta 2. Now coming to delta 1. Finding the delta 1. Let me first mark, because delta 1 is for first forward path. So let me mark the first forward path. Okay, this is the forward path. What is the formula for delta 1? I am talking about first forward path's delta value, which is 1 minus. You should find the sum of the gains of those loops, जो भी single loops हैं. Always when you talk about this formula, first bracket is what? 1 minus of first bracket is single loop, second bracket is 2 non-touching, third bracket is 3 non-touching, and so on. तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? Sum of gains of single loops which are not touching this first forward path. Okay, तो यहाँ पर हमारा loop कहाँ पे है? This is your loop. You have identified this loop. तो एक ही single loop है. We will see whether it is touching the forward path or not. Yes, tell me whether it is touching or not. You can look at the figure, you can have the judgment. We have one forward path mentioned from 1 to 6 with the yellow line. And we have identified that in the given signal flow graph, we have one single loop like this. So now tell me whether your single loop is touching the forward path or not. Yes, it is touching. You can see from the node 2 to 3 to 4. ये जो branch है, this is common to forward path as well as the loop. तो यहाँ पे इस area में both are touching. So that's why delta 1 will be equal to 1 minus, ये तो possible नहीं है, 0. And 2 non-touching, 3 non-touching, there is no question क्योंकि आपके पास एक ही available है single loop. So delta 1 is 1 minus 0, that is equal to 1. Now coming to delta 2. Delta 2 means second forward path के लिए we have to find the delta. So let me first mark the second forward path. This is your second forward path. And you can see we have single loop here. Now tell me whether the formula is delta 2 is equal to 1 minus. You have to identify the single loops, gain value of sum of the gains of those single loops which are not touching the second forward path. So whether it is touching or not touching your loop, whether it is touching the forward path. Yes, it is touching. Where you can just check between 2 to 3 branch. ये जो path है यहाँ पे, this is a common path for both this forward path as well as the loop. यहाँ पर ये दोनों they are touching between 2 to 3. Hence again this second bracket it will become 0, and 2 non-touching, 3 non-touching, there is no question. So delta 2 is also 1 minus 0, which is equal to 1. So we have calculated the fourth step. Delta 1 and delta 2 both are 1 1. And finally जो first 4 steps में आपने calculate किया है, in the final formula in the fifth step you just substitute all the values. So what is your transfer function? According to the formula, it is 1 by delta summation pk delta k. 2 forward paths are available, so hence p1 delta 1 summation को expand कर लो, p1 delta 1 plus p2 delta 2. So only 2 forward paths, p1 and p2. If you had got one more forward path, you might have taken one more, that is p3 delta 3. That's why I said जितने आपके forward paths होंगे उतना delta k आपको find करना पड़ेगा. We have already found delta. We know what is forward path, what is delta 1, what is p2 and what is delta 2 from the first 4 steps. So let us substitute them. Okay, taking the delta value. In the third step, you see, we have calculated what is delta. It is 1 plus G1H. So let us substitute that delta. And what is the P1? P1 is the first forward path. Step 1 में आप check कर सकते हो. P1, it is G1, G2. Substitute that G1, G2. What is delta 1? It is 1. So 1 into G1, G2 plus what is P2? P2 is second forward path. Second forward path minus G3. Take that minus G3 into what is delta 2? It is 1. Minus G3 into 1, it is again minus G3. So just simplify this. G1, G2 plus के बदले में यहाँ पे minus आएगा. Minus G3 divided by 1 plus G1H. So this is your transfer function. Hope you understood this. Fifth step is just the substitution of the first 4 steps जो भी हमने calculate किया है उन values को accordingly you substitute. If you want to cross verify your answer, what you can do, you know already the block diagram reduction technique, because in the given question block diagram itself is given to you. So what you do, you use the block diagram reduction technique and find the transfer function for this and verify it should be same as that of this final answer what we have got just now. Both should be same. And sometimes if the block diagram is too big, okay, in the previous session we have seen some block diagrams which were much bigger, so the process becomes a bit complicated. So when you solve it and if you want to cross verify, what you can do, आप उसका equivalent signal flow graph draw कर लो, Mason's formula apply करके you can verify आपका answer सही है या नहीं है. Hope you understood this problem. Let us take one more problem. Again, in the given question, block diagram is given to you. Use the Mason's gain formula to find the transfer function. So block diagram को हम Mason's formula नहीं use कर सकते हैं. We should first convert this into signal flow graph. So in order to convert, first mark the number of nodes. So look at the question. How many variables? कहाँ पे आपको nodes लेने हैं? You should take the nodes at input variable, output variable, takeoff points, summing point, and any other in between. अगर आपको कहीं पर variables दिखते हैं cascaded blocks, so that time also you should take the node. So I have marked it with the red pen. You can see it is the input variable and this is your output variable. So input to output is done. Then summing points 3, 4. So 4 summing points. For each summing point 1 node. Then you have a takeoff point 1, 2. You can see there is one more here 3. So totally 3. So summing points 4 hai, 4 plus takeoff points 3, 7 plus input and output 2, 9. So totally 9 nodes you have to mark. I have marked it here. Let me draw it and then we can see it. And please make sure that whenever you are taking the nodes in the block diagram, for your easiness to make the work easy, mark the nodes with some numbers, or if you want to take x1, x2, y1, y2, whatever, some numbering you should do. It will make your work easy. Nine. So totally 9 nodes. Observe between first and second node, single line. Between 2 to 3, again we have a single line, and gain values are not mentioned, simply take 1, 1. Between 3 to 4, you have gain G1, 3 to 4, mark as G1. Between 4 to 5, single branch with gain 1. Between 5 and 6, you have G2, take G2 here. Between 6 and 7, take G3. Between 7 to 8, a single line and a no gain value 1. Between 8 to 9, there is one more branch, take it as 1. So this is one forward path that I have drawn. For main forward path ke liye I have drawn starting from the node 1, extreme left input side है, extreme right that is node number 9 is your output. एक confusion आप क्या कर सकते हो here while taking in hurry you may you may skip, आप सिर्फ या तो 8 ले लोगे या फिर यहाँ पे okay, sometimes it happens in hurry you forget to take, because here the distance you can see I have not drawn so much, so you will take this as a single. Sometimes this mistake you may do, sometimes it affects, sometimes it may not affect your answer. So better जहां पर भी input output take off points हैं, be very careful. Node identification is very important. If you fail in the first step itself, complete problem will be wrong. Now coming to the remaining field forward paths and the feedback paths. So you have one more forward path here, you can see ये जो G4 involved है, that is the one more forward path. ये जो H1 H2 ये involved है ना, they are all feedback paths. So let me go for G4. So G4 is drawn in between node 5 and node 7. So take node 5 and 7 and mark it as G4. G4, check the sign, it is plus. So it is G4 plus, okay, plus G4. Then coming to the feedback, let me take for H2 first. H2 is between 8 and 4, okay, not 5, it is 4. 5 यहाँ पे है. So between 8 and 4, you should draw H2. Between 8 and 4, you should draw H2 and check the sign, it is a negative feedback. That's why you should mention it as a minus H2. Then coming to H1. So for H1, you should take between node 6 and you can see here, hope it is visible, node 3. 6 and 3 के बीच में. 6 and 3 के बीच में आपको H1 लेना है. Again, it is a negative feedback, so it will become minus H1. Still one more line is remaining. Here you can see single line है. ये line simply no gain is mentioned. कुछ block नहीं है H का. Simply assume that gain वहाँ पे 1 है. So between 8 and 2. Between 8 and 2, let me take here, okay. Between 8 and 2, there is a feedback and it is a negative feedback. Take it as minus 1. So G4 involves field forward path. Remaining 3, minus H2, minus H1 and minus 1, they are the negative feedbacks. So I have drawn the signal flow graph for the given block diagram. It looks like this. Now coming to the next, applying the Mason's gain formula. What we will do, we will follow those 5 steps. Okay. So now let us go for transfer function calculation. We know this Mason's gain formula. P of S is equal to 1 by delta summation Pk into delta K. The first step is we should find the number of forward paths. So tell me how many forward paths we have identified. While converting the block diagram to signal flow graph, I have mentioned it already. Already कि कितने forward paths हैं and कितने feedback loops हैं. So you should tell me now how many forward paths are there in the given signal flow graph. Let me show you the graph here. Yeah, this is your graph. 2 forward paths. Very good. Muskan, very good. So 2 forward paths. The first forward path, let me identify here. Starting from the extreme left, input से start होके 1 to 2, 2 to 3. This is your main forward path. 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 and 8 to 9. So this is one forward path. And when we talk about the forward paths or any